Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This course is on Geology Optional Paper 1. It is a comprehensive course on Geology Optional Paper 1. It is for UPSC and Indian Forest Service examination. And before starting the class, let me introduce myself. This is me. I am Naveen Nayak. I completed my BTech in Civil Engineering and I am passionate towards teaching and researching. And in the last class we discussed about the syllabus, what are the syllabus we have to cover in the Geology Optional Paper 1, and from today we are going to start the Geology Chapter 1. And before starting the classes, let's see the what are the how many questions are coming from the first chapter, General Geology. And in this slide we can see that in the General Geology, it is the first chapter, General Geology, and every year 3 or 4 questions have been asking, and it is very important to learn about it, and it is it is common to geography also. If you learn the geography topics thoroughly, you can also score good marks in this first chapter. And these are the first chapter syllabus, and in today's class we are going to cover the solar system, meteoroids, origin and interior of the earth and age of the earth. And without waiting, let's start the classes. And see here the solar system. The definition of the solar system is the sun, 8 planets, satellites, and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids from the solar system. And we can see in this pic that how the solar system is, and there are 8 planets revolving around the sun in the elliptical orbit, and sun is in the middle of the solar system. And there are 8 planets. We all know that someone add Pluto also, but Pluto is not a planet, it is a dwarf planet, and there are only 8 planets which are revolving around the sun in the elliptical orbit. And some of the planets have the satellites and some of the planets don't have the satellites. And Earth has the one satellite which is a natural satellite, which is moon. And what does a planet differ from a star? And we all know that sun is a star because it emits light, and stars are big and hot celestial bodies made up of gases, and the sun is a star and it is a hot celestial bodies made up of gases. They have their own heat, and we can see the sun, they have their own heat and light which they emit in large amounts. Planets are also celestial bodies, but they don't emit the light, and we see the earth will not emit the light and does not have their own heat and light. They are light by the lights of stars. The sun, we all know what is sun, and we from morning to evening we all see the sun every day, and someday we miss because some rains. And let's see what is sun. The sun, the center of solar system, huge and made up of extremely hot gases. It is about 150 million kilometers away from the earth. Please remember the kilometers, how much the kilometers from the earth, 150 million kilometers. You can expect how much distance we are. If we are near to the earth, we are near to the sun, we may burn because the heat, we can't bathe so much heat from the sun. And we can see how even we are far from the sun, we get more heat in summer. We can't bear only 50 degrees also, 50 degrees Celsius. And planets, there are 8 planets in our solar system, and in order of their distance from the sun, they are Mercury. Mercury is the first planet, Venus is the second planet, Earth is the third planet, Mars is the fourth planet, fifth is the Jupiter, sixth is the Saturn, seventh is the Uranus, and eighth is the Neptune. All the 8 planets of the solar system have around the sun in fixed paths, and these all are rounding the sun in the fixed path in elliptical orbit. These paths are elongated. They are called orbits. Mercury is nearest to the sun. It takes only about 88 days to complete the round along its orbit, because 88 days means it is very near to the sun. So its orbit is also near to the sun and close to the sun. So the days taken is very less. Now Venus is considered as Earth twin because its size, shape are very much similar to that of the Earth. It is very important to know that Venus is the Earth twin. So please remember this. Venus is the Earth twin. The Earth. We are on the Earth. We are on the Earth. The Earth is the third nearest planet to the sun, and we know we are third nearest planet to the sun. In size, it is the fifth largest planet. It is slightly flattened at the poles. It is why its shape is described as geoid. Geoid means on Earth-like shape, because we from childhood we are learning that Earth is in circular shape, but actually it is not in circular shape. It is a geoid shape. It is different from circle shape. Conditions favorable to support life are favorable found only on the Earth. The Earth is neither too hot nor too cold. It has water and air, which are very essential for our survival. The air has life supporting gases like oxygen. Because of this reason, the Earth is a unique planet in the solar system. From the outer space, the Earth appears blue because 2/3 of surface is covered by water. It is therefore called a blue planet. We all know the water is more than the land area, and even we go in the space and we see the Earth, we can observe that our planet will be looks like a blue color. And in this pic we can see that Earth is like a blue planet. The moon is a natural satellite to the Earth, and some of the except Mercury and Venus, other planets have the moons as their natural satellites. And some planets have more satellites, and some planets have only one satellite. Like Earth has only one natural satellite. Our Earth, our Earth has only one satellite, that is the moon. Its diameter is only 1/4 that of the Earth. It appears so big because it is nearer to our planet than other celestial bodies. It is about 3,84,400 kilometers away from us. Now you can compare the distance of the Earth from the sun and that of the moon. We know that we learned that from Earth to sun is 150 million kilometers, and from Earth to moon is 3,84,400 kilometers. So we can say that moon is very near to the Earth. The moon moves around the sun in about 27 days. It takes exactly the same time to complete one spin. As a result, only one side of the moon is visible to us on the Earth. The moon does not have conditions favorable for life, but nowadays experiments, NASA and ISRO experiments are doing on the moon that for knowing the oxygen and water, they have found that the existence of oxygen and water on the moon also. Nowadays in future we may inhabit on moon also. Let's see in future. Now we discuss about this only. A satellite is a celestial body that moves around the planets in the same way as the planets move around the sun. We all know we around the sun in the elliptical orbit, and likewise moon also round the earth in the elliptical orbit. Not elliptical orbit, but moon revolves around the sun. Moon revolves around the earth. A human-made satellite is an artificial body. It is designed by scientists to gather information about the universe or for communication. It is carried by a rocket and placed in the orbit around the earth. And we all know what is rocket. And there are many nowadays. There are many experiments are going on to explore the space, and there are many rockets. Every day we can see many rockets one or other country launches to study the space. And here we can see rocket launches, rocket falls back to the earth, satellite enters orbit. Some of the Indian satellites in the space are INSAT, IRS, EDUSAT, etc. There are many satellites also, and you can see in the science and technology class. Asteroids. Apart from the stars, planets and satellites, there are numerous tiny bodies which also move around the sun. We see here asteroids are the tiny bodies which move around the sun. These bodies are called asteroids. They are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Remember this, they are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Scientists are of the view that asteroids are part of a planet which exploded many years back, and scientists told that asteroids are the parts of the planet which exploded many years back. And let's see what is meteoroids. In this pic we can see this how the rock particles attacking on earth. Meteoroids, small piece of rock which moves around the sun, are called meteoroids. Remember, there is a difference between the asteroids and meteoroids. The small piece of rocks which move around the sun are called meteoroids. Sometimes these meteoroids come near the earth and tend to drop upon it. And recently in the news there was a meteoroid dropped in the Arctic Ocean. During the process, due to friction with the air, they get heated up and burn. It causes a flash of light. Sometimes a meteor, without being completely burned, falls on the earth and creates a halo. See, sometimes the meteoroids falls and they falls on the earth and they makes like a halo on the land. What the difference between a meteoroid and meteoroid? And there are a lot of difference between this, and it is very important to know the difference between these three words. They are looks like they're similar, but they are different with the definitions, and they are all related to flashes of light called shooting stars, sometimes seen striking across the sky, but we call the same objects by different names depending on where it is. And let's see the definition of this. Meteoroids are objects in space that ranges in size from dust grains to small asteroids. Think of them as space rocks. And when meteoroids enters Earth's atmosphere at high speed and burn up, the fireballs or shooting stars are called meteors. When this meteoroids enters the Earth, it is called as meteors. When a meteoroid survives a trip through the atmosphere and hits the ground, it is called meteoroid. When the meteoroid hits the ground of Earth, ground on the Earth, it is called meteoroid. It's important to know about this. It is related to geology optional paper 1 only, chapter 1, and we have this syllabus. Comets. Comets are frozen leftovers from the formation of solar system composed of dust, rocks and ices. It's different from meteoroids and asteroids, and it is important to remember they are frozen leftovers from the formation of solar system composed of dust, rocks and ices. They range from a few miles to tens of miles wide, but as they orbit closer to the sun, they orbit closer to the sun, they heat up and spew gases and dust into a glowing head that can be larger than a planet. And sometimes we see in news that there are some comets are going to striking the Earth, and this is the problem. If they strike, our planet may face problems. So scientists are doing their work to avoid this striking of comets. This materials from a tail that stretches millions of miles, and in this pic we can see how the comets is. Comets are cosmic snowballs of frozen gases, rocks and dust that orbit the sun. When frozen, they are the size of a small town. When a comet orbit brings it closer to the sun, it heats up and spews dust and gases into a giant glowing head larger than most planets. When it comes to the, we can in this line, when this frozen comets comes near to the sun, it heats up and dust and gases into a giant glowing head larger than most planets. It's appear like that. The dust and gases from a tail that stretches away from the sun for millions of miles. There are likely millions of comets orbiting our sun in the Kuiper belt, and each more distant hot cloud. And let's discuss about the Earth detailedly. On Earth, the blue planet. Earth is the only known planet where Earth life exists. Its surface area is covered with 2/3 of water. That is why we call it blue planet. Earth is the third planet from the sun, the densest planet in the solar system, the largest of the solar system, fourth terrestrial planets. Origin of Earth. It is important to know that how the Earth originated, and when this Earth originated take place. And origin of Earth. There are many theories which tell about the origin of the Earth, and we see the different theories here. A large number of hypotheses were put forth by different philosophers and scientists regarding the origin of the Earth. One of the earlier and popular argument was made by the German philosopher Immanuel Kant in his gaseous hypothesis in the year 1755. It is very important to remember the German philosopher named Immanuel Kant, and in his gaseous hypothesis year 1755. The mathematician Laplace revised it in 1796 in the Nebula hypothesis. Laplace replaced the Immanuel Kant theory with his theory nebulous hypothesis in year 1796. The hypothesis considered that the planets were formed out of clouds of materials associated with a youthful sun, which are slowly rotating. And you can see this topic in geography also, and you can learn from there also. Later in 1980, Chamberlain and Moulton proposed double star hypothesis, where they considered that a wandering star approached the sun. As a result, a cigar-shaped extension of material was separated from the solar surface. As the passing star moved away, the material separated from the solar surface continued to revolve around the sun, and it slowly condensed into planets. It is a way later in 1980, Chamberlain and Moulton proposed this theory, double star hypothesis, and they told that the cigar-shaped extension of material was taken place and separated from the solar surface. As the passing star moved away, the material separated from the solar surface continued to revolve around the sun, and it slowly condensed into planets. And Sir James Jeans and Sir Harold Jeffrey supported this argument in their tidal hypothesis. This argument are called binary hypothesis. In 1950, Otto Schmidt in Russia and Charles Weierstrass in Germany somewhat revised the Nebula hypothesis. Modern theories. One of the modern theories, Big Bang theory. It is a very famous because there was because it told that how the solar system is formed, and we believe that Big Bang theory is real. Modern theories. The most popular argument, origin of the universe, is the Big Bang theory. It is also called expanding universe hypothesis. Edwin Hubble in 1920 provided evidence that the universe is expanding as time passes. Galaxies move further and further apart, and he told that Edwin Hubble he also gave that evidence that the universe is expanding as time passes. Galaxies move further and further apart. The Big Bang theory was proposed by Georges Lemaitre. According to Big Bang theory, billion years ago, cosmic matter were in highly compressed state. All the planets or all the particles are very compressed, and they are in, I think they will be they all are compressed and single one. The expansion started with primordial explosion, and after the explosion they were separated from the tiny cosmic matter to different. It results in formation of super dense balls which traveled at a speed of thousands miles per second and gave rise to galaxy. And the expansion started with a prismoidal explosion and has the result in formation of super dense balls which traveled at a speed of 1000 miles per second and gave rise to galaxies. It is very important to know about this. The expansion of universe means increase in space between galaxies and formation of new galaxies. During the expansion of universe, a small amount of energy had been converted into small fundamental particles which give birth to matter in the form of atoms. Therefore, these atoms are considered as fundamental units of matter. Of these fundamental particles, one particle. And let's see that picture. In this picture, the Big Bang theory says that first the Big Bang theory proposed that the first particles, the matter is in very dense, they condensed in a single particle, and then they expanded, and development of galaxies, planets takes place. And you can see here, first they condensed, and after that the galaxies are expanding. As the time increases, they are going to expand. Universe expands 13.77 billion years. And this all about this all we have studied today. And let's see what we have studied today. The solar system, meteoroids, origin and interior of the earth, and edge of earth. In the next class we study about the volcanoes, causes and products, volcanic belts and earthquake causes, effects, seismic of the zone of India. And let's see in next class we see 1.2 and 1.3. and today we learn this, and in the next class, when you come to next class, please learn this 1.1 topic. And thank you. If you like my video, please like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for watching.